Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are on our sweet planet Earth, I hope you all have a fabulous day, evening, or night, because I do not know where you reside on our glorious Earth. My topic for this particular episode of my channel, I want to be talking about a movie that came out in the late 1990s. It was a groundbreaking sci-fi movie. It basically almost revolutionized the sci-fi field. It took the gooky quirks out of Star Wars. It got rid of the super serious nature of the Star Trek movies. And it did have that hatred between humanity and AI. You know what movie I'm talking about, my dear listener? I'm talking about the Matrix franchise. Now, in my mind, the best one of those movies, from 1990 to the early 2000s, was the first Matrix. I love that the best because that was a groundbreaking movie. But I'm sure you all probably heard that in 2020, the Matrix is going into production again on its fourth episodes. Because you all know, as I'm learning, as I get older and over, movies don't stay dead. If they had 3 movies, if there was 3 franchises before that, they're going to make a 4th one somewhere down the line. But at least with the Matrix, at least it's coming out almost 2 decades later. So I'm going to get into my topics, or what I may find interesting in this new installment of the Matrix that's said to be coming out in 2021. Perhaps, if there's no setbacks like Hollywood love to do. My first thing I find interesting in the movie is cloning. Now, it never was introduced in any of the Matrix franchises, but you know it's cloning involved if they're going to grow humans from scratch. I don't know if they brought a semen and that female egg cell together. I don't know that. I don't know if they just say, look, we're going to make our own human from scratch. But since males and females did exist in the Matrix realm, in the so-called devastated Earth environment, males and females still exist. So it's quite possible that they could have extracted semen from a certain male and the eggs from a certain female, combine them, and then grow it in that particular environment. Now, if the Matrix robots did the latter, then those people are completely fully human. But if the Matrix AI made the human from scratch, from its own design, then the human is truly not a real human. It's just made from a test tube, basically. It's made from a scientific experiment. But we shall see if cloning is involved, because if cloning is involved in the Matrix, then it's quite possible for them to bring back anyone who died. It's quite possible to bring back Neo. It's quite possible for them to bring back Trinity. And the list goes on and on. Because you do know, since Neo is the hierarchy of humans in that Matrix world, they would do everything they can to satisfy his needs. If you need a new human body, we keep your mind in the Matrix and we make a new body for you. My second topic, I'm going to talk about the link between Neo and Trinity. Yes, there was a link between Neo and Trinity. I believe we saw that link between the two in the second Matrix installment, when we kept seeing or when Neo kept having visions of Trinity being shot by one of those super AI agents. Neo repeatedly throughout that entire movie kept seeing Trinity's demise by being shot by an officer. And since he had a link with her, he did have a link, he was able to use his vast matrix manipulating powers to undo her apparent death. So, the two are linked. So, even though Trinity appeared to have died in the third installment of the Matrix, we don't know, because she's linked with Neo. And in that third installment, we did not see Neo really die. His body did not become evaporated or reduced to atoms. We just saw his body sort of like turn into a big ball of light. When the light disappeared, his body could have still been there. So therefore, jumping back to my first assessment, Neo, if he had a link with Trinity, which he appeared to have had, he could have made a clone body for her upon her first body termination. With his link, because you remember in that movie, Leo was able to manipulate the artificial life forms outside the Matrix. With his link with Trinity, when she appeared to have, quote, died, unbeknownst to us, he could have taken her mind and placed it right into the Matrix in some unwitting human body, like those agents did randomly. Whenever he wanted to take a body, that took over the body. Neo could have taken Trinity's consciousness and pushed it into the Matrix, into somebody, while he fashioned a new body for her. Hollywood probably did that, because you remember, they had that link. My next one to talk about, what is the status between the human nouns and the AI? Because all throughout those movies, they did not seem buddy-buddy. They wanted to slaughter each other. Humans did not care about slaughtering the AI without blinking an eye, and the AI definitely did not care about slaughtering humans. Now, since there's a so-called peace treaty in effect, are the humans, are the AI, are the humans, and are the artificial intelligence, are they now sitting together at the table, having their religious festival, thinking about how ridiculous they treat each other in past? Are they now hugging each other, calling each other brother and sister? The relationship between the AI and the humans, is it now amicable? Is it now friendly and nurturing? And if it is, what do the machines do now to keep themselves busy? Because throughout the Matrix film, their number one goal was to slaughter humans. Since they're not slaughtering humans anymore, have most of them shut down, especially them long octopus-like things. I don't know what they was called, or the Sentinels. Are they still in operation now, or has the main AI, has it shut them down to go into a deep sleep or hibernation sleep? We don't know. And if the Sentinels have been shut down, because some of the Sentinels said, no, you will not shut me down. I will not go into hibernation. Like some of those Matrix characters, like the Mara Vinci, the guy on a train, the guy who is protector of the, what was that old lady name? The Oracle. They refused to be shut down. So if a Sentinel did not want to be shut down, could it say, I'm going to stay alive and I refuse to listen to the Central Intelligence and I will not shut down? Those are questions that I have. What's the relationship now between the humans and the AI. Next one on my list, I said human and AI existence. How are they getting along? What is the new Matrix world like? If we look at Zion now, are the people in Zion, are they partying all the time since the machine is not attacking them? Do the children still go to school and learn? If they ever had school in Zion, they never showed that, but of course, there must have been some form of education because it seemed like they knew how to read and write and to operate that machine or those ships. They had to have some form of intelligence. So in the Matrix world, there is some type of schooling. Now, is the schooling still in effect or has it disbanded since it's gone? But of course, if they still live in Zion, they still have to go to school. They keep everything running. But going back to my other question, since the humans and the computers work together, are the computers in Zion now? Are they helping? Is the AI computers? Are they helping the humans maintain the Zion environment? Are the computers helping the humans to make their reactor better so life in Zion can be more comfortable? You get me? Are the artificial life forms now and Zion helping the humans to make Zion a better place to live for humans and for robots? And even better than that, since there's a petri dish between humans and robots, are the robots trying to prepare the soil again? You remember how the surface world looked? It was a complete devastation. Since they are peaceful now, are humans trying to live on the surface again? Are the robots trying to help these humans to live on the surface? Those are all questions that I have for Matrix 4. Are the humans still hiding underground? Because now, technically, they don't have to hide anymore. They was only hiding underground because it was hard for those sentinels to dig their way underground. The sentinels, from what I know, they did not know where the humans was hiding underground because, for all I know, their scanning equipment could not go down miles and miles deep into the soil. So those are my questions about the Matrix, people. If you got any questions, leave a comment. If you like my little observation about what could be possibly discussed in the Matrix 4, give me a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, please subscribe.